in true Emily style, I thought, you know, what perfect timing to film a video as to be at one with nature, quite literally. Look at this amazing nature around me. Great nature, lovely nature. So you're propped up by nature right now. So the point of this video is I just want to talk about my hair, what I wouldn't realise with shaving it all off. So I can mainly remember for next time if I decide to do it again, maybe like, I don't know, 15 years in the future or something, I decide to shave it all off again because I've been bald before, I know I suit it, and you know, why not do it again? So I want to make this to tell myself what to remember. But also you can listen to this in case you're thinking about shaving your head and you want to know what shaving your hair, you know, what you wouldn't have realised. So the first thing I didn't realise was the feeling. I mean, I'm not talking about the feeling of just that. That's a nice feeling. That's almost like, I don't know, it's very soft, it's very nice, it's a good feeling. But I meant the feeling of actually having no hair / little to no hair. So there's almost like a pressure on your head. You know when you've had, for the people with the long hair out there, you know when you've had your hair up for quite a long day and you take it down and everything and you kind of get that pressure feeling on your head? Well, it's like that, but like 24/7. But you kind of get used to it, so that, I mean, I can still slightly feel it now, but I'm so used to it that it just like feels normal type thing. It's a normal feeling for me now. The next thing is, obviously it's summer now and burning can happen within heat, so one has to remember to put sun cream on. What I didn't think you'd put sun cream on is your head. That's a weird sensation. You know, rubbing sun cream on your head, it's such a weird feeling to just rub it in there and get it in there, and it's just like, whoa, that's weird. But it's a nice feeling at the same time to just, it's easier to give your head a good massage. The next thing I didn't realise is how water and other things would interact with my hair. So when you just like put water on your hair and then you rub it, the water almost like it comes up, because obviously you've put it on there, you're rubbing it, it's going up and then lands back down on you, which is such a weird feeling to have these tiny little water particles go up. And it's the same with shampoo. I was shampooing my hair and it's just like the bubbles are like spouting off my head because I'm rubbing it to get the shampoo in to my scalp and everything. It's an odd feeling, but it's nice because, like, especially if it's a hot day, you just pour water on your head. That's a nice feeling. I did that the other day, that was amazing. To just pour water on your head and then just like run your hands through it, and then it to just like land back on you, and the water is quite cold usually, or like room temperature, which when it lands on you it feels quite cold and you're like, oh, that's a nice feeling on a warm day. So I didn't realise that would happen. The looks, oh my, I didn't realise how many looks I would get, because to me sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh, I've got no hair, completely forgot I did that. I just think, you know, I've got my hair up or something, and then I see, you know, people looking at me and I'm like, have I got something on my face? And then I'm like, oh, I'm bald. Oh yeah, most people don't see many bald girls. That makes sense why they're looking at me a bit odd. That makes perfect sense. It's not because I got something on my face. I went to college the day after I did it, and people who like knew me just as a person and seen me around and everything, like some girl in another class than I, who I'd seen quite often, she just kept looking at me and I kept looking at her because she's looking at me. So I'm like, okay, who's gonna look away first? Like, who's going to do it? And I keep seeing you glance at me. Is it because you're just glancing full stop and you don't realise you're doing it at me? Or is it a purposeful thing of you look different? The amount of compliments I get though, oh sweet Jesus. I would just shave my head again for the amount of compliments I get. So many people are like, oh, it really suits you, by the way. Just come up to me out of nowhere and just like, really suits you. And it's really nice. And especially when I post it on like social media and everything, so many compliments. And I was like, do I actually exist again? Am I a person or something? Like, I'm confused. You ignore me for this amount of time and then say that I look really cool. The amount of times I go to try and take out my, like, as if I've got my hair up to try and take it out, I lean back on my headboard of my bed sometimes when I'm relaxing, and usually if I've got my hair up, that's a weird feeling to have. So I'll lean back and then I'll go, oh, I should take my hair down, and then I'm like, oh yeah, there's no hair there. So that's a bit of an odd feeling, but it's lovely. I was watching a Brad Mondo video the other day of someone curling their hair, waving their hair, and I was just like, he was like, you know, not teaching them, but saying how you could do it better. And then I was like, I should grab my hair straighteners to go and try this. I stood up and I looked at myself in the mirror for a quick second. I went, and then I just sat back down because I realised I've got no hair. I can't really straighten it without hair. So I sat back down and watched the video. Couldn't try it out because it's gone. What's really amazing is the fact I don't have to wash my hair all the time. I used to do it every other day. I used to wash my hair because I didn't want it to get greasy. I wanted to look nice and presentable. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to think about washing it as often because when it's greasy, no one can tell. The hair, to me, I can tell the difference. The hair's softer when it's freshly washed, and when it's greasy, it's more kind of hard. Not really hard, but the texture's different, okay? But to an outsider, to look at yourself, there's no physical difference. There's a feel difference, but that's different than a physical, you know, you can tell your hair looks greasy, you should have a shower, love. Which also means I'm using less shampoo. I'm not washing my hair as often, so I don't have to use as much shampoo, which is great, saving money. I wish I knew to look for hats. I'm not a hat person. I own like 3 hats. I own a beanie. I own 2 beanies that don't really suit me. Black beanie kind of suits me, kind of doesn't, you know. Beanie number 2. This is a blue beanie. Yet again, kind of suits me, really doesn't at the same time. I now own a bucket hat. I didn't have one before I bought it. That doesn't really suit me. And bucket hat, it was £5 off Amazon. I know we don't like Amazon because big company and all, and buying into small companies are better because, you know, capitalism and stuff. But £5 off Amazon, I just need to know what the shape would look like to see if it would suit me or not. And I have this other hat, I don't even know what type of hat it is, but it's a hat that kind of suits me. And I'm not quite sure what this hat is, but I've had it for quite a while. Bought it in a charity shop ages ago, and it's just been sitting up on my shelf ever since. I don't really wear it, and it doesn't, it kind of suits me, but I wouldn't wear it out. But none of them I would wear in the summertime to shade my head from sun. I'll probably wear the bucket hat and look like someone's lost child. But oh well, it's a hat. It's just saving me from the sun, from the cancer and all of that jazz. So I would heavily suggest finding out what kind of hat suits you before shaving it off. Maybe it will change, maybe it won't, and the hat that suits you will stay the same, hopefully. No one knows. But I wish I did that. I wish I looked at more hats, knew what kind of hat suited me before shaving it off, so that I knew what hat to kind of go for if I wanted to change hats or something. To end this off, none of my reasons are bad reasons. None of the things I wish I knew were bad. They're all just kind of things I wish I knew. Like, I feel like if you shave your head, you've got to have more confidence than the average person does, because the amount of looks you get from people who you don't even know just looking at you, and you're like, what have I done? And you realise, oh, I'm not like everyone else who exists in the feminine world. Yeah, forgot about that one. Oh well. So you've just kind of got to have more confidence. Luckily, I've not had anyone call me anything like a dyke or anything to my face, which is great, because we don't want that here. No, not at all. No, out. So yeah, I'll probably have more at some point, but you know, oh well. Those are some of the things I wish I knew before shaving my hair off, because you know, people do it. You see videos of people do it, but not many people actually say afterwards, this is what I wish I knew.